everybody, my name is Sharon614 and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. I think this is part 10 of Project Wander, I honestly cannot remember. Today, we are gonna be, I don't know how long the stream is gonna be. Probably just an hour, hour 30, maybe at most. But we are going to continue to work on Project Wander, and we are going to build a spaceplane for Laythe, and we are also going to... I need to do some slight modifications on the Orlander, and then the next stream, which hopefully should be KSP stream, which I plan to, I don't know, maybe be next Monday? I don't know yet. Engineer Gaming is gaming of engineers. Damn, I was actually playing TF2 before this, and it was a really fun match that I had, where I went Pyro Shark on 2 for it, and it was really fun. Hi, Jackboy. And hi, Ryan. How's everyone doing today? So yeah, I don't know how long the stream is going to be. Probably not very long. I kind of only want to get 2 things done today, and then I think on Saturday I want to stream TF2, maybe TF2. Actually, no. On Saturday, I kind of want to stream KSP again and kind of get the ship, the actual self-sustaining ship design, so we can actually start launching it. The only thing that I was going to do, right, in terms of modifying this craft right here, was... I was just going to put a lander can on it. Very good. Nice, nice. Just so that we have crew and we have control when we actually go, like... Okay, well that's good. When we actually go to land this thing, we have permanent control all the time. Honest question. Sure, Jackboy. Orlander, that's okay. And I think that's good. So, the next thing we need to do is we need to design a space plane, right? And I want it to be very small. I don't want the spaceplane to be very big. So let's look up a KSP Delta V map. Let's see how much it takes to get from Laythe, orbit, and back. Reading in Northern or Fort Wayne? I don't actually know the answer to that question. Reading in Northern is cool in a lot of ways. I'd say Reading in Northern because they're more than just, I know you're talking about, like, steam locomotives and excursions, but I'd still pick Reading in Northern because they're more than just, like, an excursion outfit. They're an actual railroad. So, I think that's rather neat. Alright, so Laythe. Go from 60-kilometer orbit back, it takes 2,900 Delta V. Okay. Reading Northern is mega-based. Yes, they are. Alright, so, looking at some photos of Laythe space planes, right? There is... They don't need to be very big. There is just something that can get to orbit and back. So I'm going to start out with this command pod, right? We're going to go ahead and we're going to put a... just to make things... just an air intake. I'm not good at making space planes, so this is going to be rather interesting. I might as well just copy this design, pretty much, that I have up. So, let me... You can get a cab ride for as little as $100 in Steam. Nice! I almost went up to Reading and North to see the final run of 475, but I couldn't, so... Although, I might be heading out west. I'm going to Florida in January, and I might be heading out west in what's it called? In January. No, in February. To the frickin' Durango and Silverton. Oh, that's still very much just a, that right there is still very much just a, something that's still just up in the air. Actually, hold up. Air intake? Do we really need 200? No. We'll do the, let's see, what do we have here? We have the engine pre-cooler, we have the engine nacelle. What does the pre-cooler do? For supersonic flight, I might just go with the engine nacelle because we want to fly around as well. So, in the engine nacelle, I think I have to check though if what's it called? If it is a long space plane. I need to check if the engine nacelle can actually still generate air. So I think just for the simplicity of it, we're gonna take, where is it? Where's the Rapier engine? Where is it? Scimitar, Cutlass. It's yeah, the Rapier engine, which is a half. You can switch between fuel. You can switch fuels basically between you know, the two. So I'm actually going to go ahead and you're going to test just this out on the pad, right? So we're going to launch it, and I want to see if that engine nacelle, the Orlander's on the runway, I want to see if that engine nacelle actually, if it still generates whatnot, air, even if it's blocked. Taking a drink of my water. How's my audio, by the way? I went to record a Shortline Rail News and Comment video, and for whatever reason, the audio sucked, so I had to readjust all my audio. Toggle mode. That's it in rocket mode. So liquid fuel, air intake, toggle mode. That still generate? Yeah, that still generates, it still generates air, even though the nacelle is actually being blocked. Oh, that's okay. That's neat. Although, if we're doing a space plane, I might want to switch these around, right? We're just going to do some basic tests, right? 6,000? That should be enough. Okay. So that works. It's very nice. And now... okay, so... Center of mass, center of lift, we don't have any. And that drain, that goes. Okay, that's in a pretty good place. That's where I'd want to have it, right? And now... Docking port. What's the inline docking port look like? That's still rather long. That's a long plane. Yeah, it just looks like that. And then big S. Where's the wings, right? Those are too big. What about these wing strakes, right? If that was a little bit shorter, then yeah. Like, what if we go ahead and use just some lesser fuel tanks? Like that. And then just a small one back there. That, so it's more consistent. There we go. And then these... Something like that, maybe, would work. I don't think you need much in terms of... We'd have to put, like, canards on it to bring the standard canards in order to bring that forward more. I'm just messing around with this right now. We'll do like a simulation where I cheat it out to, you know, what's it called, and Laythe, and we'll fly it around there. What's the tail fin? Sorry, let me actually look back to chat, just in case. And then... Where are the elevon? Right? Those are way too big. Something like that would work, but we would need to, I need to change. That still looks kind of ridiculous, so what I would need to do is I would need to... like a wing out here. I swear I had procedural wings installed, but oh well. Something like that. Oh well, I don't know if I like that. That looks really weird. Okay, so I might just go with just normal delta wings, because those work. I know these, the normal delta wing, right? It's kind of a large wingspan, but I know this will work for a fact. Something like that, maybe. Where are the elevon again? Payload, aerodynamics. And I just need the small elevons. Alright, there we go. Maybe we can just get away with just these normal, right? Actually, what do we have, actually? The music is kind of low on my end. Maybe I just need to turn it up a little bit. Oh well. Something like that, maybe? That looks kind of cool. Although we have to, yeah, have that go out a little bit more. Yeah, something like that, and then have that go up a little bit, right? Just kind of in the center like that. And then we can add in some wing strakes. Like, no, that, right? Yeah, like that. Oh, that looks cool. Oh, that kind of glitches in. Oh, well, that sucks. I don't want it to glitch in like that. Small delta wing? They're my dogs. No. Oh, well. I wanted the wing strakes, but, yeah, it's fine. This works fine as it is, right? And now we just need, like a nose cone, right? Let's put that nose cone. Right? And then actually what we can do, put put that behind there, right? So that's a little bit more. Alright, so this should work. Just as a space plane. I do need these atmospheric RCS blocks, right? No, those are way too big. Something like that, maybe? Actually, when this drains, right? Just curious. Yeah, that will move forward a little bit, so... I might actually want to bring up the wings. Oh. Actually, I might want to bring up the wings a little bit more, if I can actually keep them on there. Like, right there. Actually, a little bit back for a little bit more back. There we go. Alright, now I just need landing gear. Small landing gear up on the nose. I still need to do the RCS block, though. Small landing gear up on the nose, and then we can also put small landing gear. Something like in there, right? Actually, I might want to add the medium landing gear, actually. Or do I? The medium landing gear is kind of big, right? I mean, that's kind of the point. Actually, no, that might just work just fine. Alright. RCS block. Well, okay, we'll change that later. So we'll just name this Laythe plane prototype. And we will launch it. Alright, so, today was my day off from work, which is why I'm streaming, of course. Also, my schedule says, oh yeah, I should stream today, so that's what I'm doing. Work tomorrow, and then I'm off Saturday and Sunday for New Year's, which is great, and Monday too. That's nice. Alright, so here's our plane, and now the first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna do some basic tests here, right? So now into testing mode. And we'll just fly this around a bit, see if we can do it. Oh my gosh. Well, we're off. We're in the air now. This thing looks cool. Right, so I'm gonna fly to the island runway, right? Oh my gosh, that's a lot of control. I might need to reduce the amount of control that this thing has, because it is utterly ridiculous. And we're going supersonic, and also towards the ground. We're good. I want to throttle back a little bit. Or actually, if I thrust limit this engine, it should be fine. Yeah, this thing goes pretty quick, which is good, because that's the speed we want it to go at in order to supersonic. Oh yeah, I forget, this thing does need power as well. We only have 50 electric charge. That's no good. Oh my gosh, the G-forces on this thing. I'd also want to add a parachute on the back, just so we can land it. Here's the island run. What if I deploy my gear so I slow down? Oh my gosh, pitching up. Over to the side. This thing has way too much control authority, gosh. Okay, let's see if we can actually make it. Pitch down. Brakes. Crunch. Hey! Up. Fuck. Well, that's no good. I need to widen that landing gear base a little bit. Hey, but we're out here, which is pretty neat. There's some of the old Mark I parts. Oh well, okay, now I know what I need to do. I need to go back and I need to, frickin' adjust the authority on these things so it's not, like, responds spastically to my controls. Also gonna thrust limit the Rapier engine. And these up here, these are mostly just to provide proper center of lift, center of mass control. We do need power, so I think I am going to add... we're gonna add a row of solar panels on top, because why not? On top of the wings. Let's see. I don't want them to, like, pop out of the wing. Oh. Oh. There we go. Those should be good, and then I also need to widen the landing gear base a little. Just so it doesn't, like, we don't land and then we just fall over. Alright, so, Laythe spaceplane prototype. Let's head back. And we will, we'll try and test fly this again. We'll fly it to the island runway, and then we'll fly it back, right? And then, depending on how much fuel we have left, I want to see if this thing can make it into space. So... Because if it can make it into space in Kerbal, it can definitely make it to space in Laythe. Let's start up again. Why? Oh, those canards need to be shifted back ever so slightly because of the... what's it called? The nose. Electric charge. I might want to put a battery on this thing as well. Actually, limiting like that means we can't take off nearly as well. I'm gonna jump off the runway. Yes, I am. Oh well. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the what's it called? The frickin' parachute on there. Oh well, we can do that afterwards. But this is fine. It kind of looks like a T-35. Sort of. T-35 training jet. There's the one up there, that's neat. Yeah, I like it. Flying. Oh, that's a neat picture right there. There we go. This thing still goes pretty quick. Airflow. I want to monitor the engines. We'll keep those up. Damn, even with just like parallax, just flying around Kerbal is just so neat. It's the island runway. Oh, I forgot. I also need a ladder on this thing. Well, okay. We'll add that. We'll add a ladder in a bit. Okay. Still want to test fly this. We need a ladder. We need RCS. Does it come monopropellant? Yes, it does. Not very much monopropellant, but yeah, there's still a few things we need to add. But I think as like a base for an aircraft, this is doing pretty good. Right, coming in for a landing. Oh, I don't want to stall, so engine a bit. And touchdown. And we are going way too fast, way too fast. Brakes. Hey, nice. Real. Yeah, the island runway with the old abandoned hangars and the control tower, which is slowly being walk up that. Oh well. Alright, that is excellent. Okay, now we just need to fly back. Okay. Well, that did take a lot of liquid fuel, so... We only have a short amount of time to actually take off. It's like a carrier landing. Oh, there we go. Pull that back. Turn back. We a lot of fuel just to get to there and back. That's kind of oh well. Well, okay. So what is like the concept of operations for this thing, right? We re-enter, we land at like a land area, right? Because, you know, Laythe, it's mostly an ocean world, but it does have islands. So we go and we land at a place. We take off. Well, we go re-enter the atmosphere, fly to an island, land, take off, go back up, and go back to orbit. So. Considering... Oh, also, wait a second. If I unlock the liquid fuel, does that... Oh, okay, that makes more sense. That's only... Yeah, that's still about half. Okay. If I unlock that, it's... I wonder if it's also counting the tanks in here. I wouldn't expect it to, considering how much it changes. Oh well. This is a nice little plane. I actually really like this a lot. We'll add all the extra modifications, right? And then I'll cheat it to Laythe and we'll do like a simulated mission. That's all I really wanted to do tonight. Like, I am not feeling the best right now, so playing KSP is kind of... Can't really focus too much. Never going to be a long stream. Someone has pinged me. Been pinged. My own server. Okay. So we are coming back in to the runway. Right, gotta focus now. Because one thing I am not good at when it comes to space planes is actually having them be able to properly re-enter. I've been fooling around with the flyback booster kind of on my own time, and having the second stage, which is supposed to fly back all the way from orbit, has been a bit of a challenge to get working. It's still not quite done, but... Alright. Slowly coasting down. Wheel touchdown, and brakes. Excellent, that works really, really well. And now we will just add, we'll add everything to it that we need to add to it. So the first thing, center of lift, center of mount, center of... Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase the brakes on this, right? Where'd the music go? Oh, there it is. And now we're also going to add a rogue chute. Oh, drogue chute under there, right? And of course, the Kerbal can repack that when he needs to. And RCS, monopropellant. We need some of that, right? What is... That's a small tank. That's also a small tank. What's the tank that we need? We need this tank. Oh wait, no, we don't need that tank. That tank is too big. It's like the 7.5 meter tank, right? That really doesn't change the center of mass all that much. Now we just need... Oh yeah, we also need a ladder. That would be pretty useful. So probably putting the canards there and then actually bringing that up a little bit more would be good. That's kind of weird looking, but oh well. It's kind of what we have to do. And then a ladder... Ladder like that, right? Or actually, we'll use this one. This one is the better one. It's the longer one. So the Kerbal can actually, the lone Kerbal can actually get down to the surface. Alright, there we go. That's kind of a weird looking plane, but... Hey, if it works, it works. Actually, can I shift that forward? Oh, what about if I use the advanced canard? These are a little bit... I think these take up slightly less space, so it shouldn't be as big of an issue. I also need 2 of them, so, Alright, there we go. Alright, that should work. Now we just need... at the front and at the back, I want to put 2 of these, at the vernier engine. These RCS thrusters. Yeah, like that. There we go. And actually, I am actually going to rotate that upside down. So, it comes in like this, right? And, we don't have to worry about, like, the tail fin when we eventually go to design the actual thing. Okay, so that's good. That's our Laythe, prototype, spaceplane prototype. Excuse me. Now it's time to, I want to do 2 more tests. I want to test to see how far this thing can go in Kerbin. Basically, can this thing actually SSTO Kerbin itself? Because if it can do that, it can 100% do it with Laythe. So, that's what I'm going to test first. We're going to disable the fuel in there, lights, and get going. Throttle that up to full in order to make sure that I can actually take off within a reasonable distance. Hello? Yep. I don't know why it does that. That might be an actual issue on Laythe itself. But let's go and let's see if we can SSTO this thing in Kerbin, right? So I think the strategy, I don't build SSTOs or space planes or anything like that, so I think the strategy is you get up to about 10 kilometers and you try and go vertical or horizontal to get as much speed as you possibly can. Just have to be cognizant of the airflow. So now what we want to do is we kind of want to level out, right? And try and basically gain as much speed as we possibly can. And at that point we want to switch modes. So switch mode now. Now we want to pitch up, right? Switch to rocket mode. How high can we actually get this thing? I don't think we're going to have enough to make orbit. Maybe? Just kind of get it above, like, get it to like 100 kilometers, right? Oh, that was cool. Okay. Ah. This thing, like, ascending out of the atmosphere. What happened to the music? Oh, the music is still low. Oh, the track just stopped, that's why. Okay. Wait. There we go. Like, wait a second, why wasn't the music going? But, right. 70 kilometers, nice. I don't think we're going to be able to make this thing into orbit. We might be able to make it most of the way around the planet, but not, like, fully to orbit, yeah. What if we just use our RCS to help? Yeah, okay. How far did we get around? Actually, not too far. We are still accelerating, which is interesting. Let's actually just burn all of our RCS and see. I'm genuinely curious. Classic, I don't know. Although we can test a simulated reentry, albeit with just nothing in it, no fuel. So Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, to be honest. Alright, we'll do a re-entry, right? Just a simulated one. Of course, the only time this thing is gonna be re-entering is when it's full of fuel. So this is pretty steep of a re-entry path. I think for when we actually re-enter, I kind of want to go on a shallower path. So. Kilometers. Now we're starting to bite. Okay. This thing is basically a glider going back down at this point. There's no fuel left in it. Well, there is a little bit, but not enough to matter. It wants to pitch down. Huh. Use the RCS. Nose cone is heating up. Oh no. Of course, re-entry in Kerbal is going to be a lot more difficult than re-entry in in Laythe itself. So, Laythe itself, I think its atmosphere only goes up to about 40 kilometers, right? We have air intake. That's coming back. See if we can do it without the RCS. We like change our direction, see if we can actually like reach land. Reaching land itself would be nice, and this also has the additional benefit of bleeding off speed. That nose cone is getting very hot. Yeah, preferably over there, right? Hey, but this thing is making it. We're at 23 kilometers. Come on, burn that way. Hard left. Okay, we're set to go to land now, right? Now it's just a matter of I want to let's pitch down, kind of increase our get into should be good. I might need to pitch up a little bit more. Nope, we're good. Yeah, we're gonna land this thing. That's good. Oh, that's nice. It's a... I haven't been to this part of Kerbal before. Could make orbit, but it's not really designed to make orbit around Kerbal. It's designed to make orbit around Laythe, which is significantly smaller than Kerbal. Since we're over land, I want land velocity. The gear out. Hopefully this thing doesn't stall, right? I think my plan is to keep falling and then we'll pitch up at the last minute and we're not really coming down in a flat area, to be honest, either. So yeah, we're in hills. We're in the grasslands. Worst case scenario, Jeb just bails out. Okay. Coming in for a landing. Rogue troop deploy. And touchdown. Brakes, brakes. Hey, we did it! Nice, okay. That is excellent, and that looks real pretty right there. Okay. Get out? Yeah, he can. Come on, Jeb. We're gonna plant a flag here, because why the heck not? Plant flag. Oh, that's really neat. I really, really like this thing. It worked. Okay. And now we just need to do a re-entry from orbit test, right? Although that was kind of a... That was very close to... I kind of want to do it around Laythe and just cheat it around there, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to spoil the eventual, you know, when we eventually get to Laythe, so I might just do it around Kerbal. I might just cheat this thing to orbit around Kerbal and we'll fly it back to the KSC. I think that's a good enough test, because I don't want to spoil Laythe for me. I want to go to Laythe just by myself and experience it for the first time. Excuse me. Right. And we'll have, this guy. Oh, he's a tourist, never mind. We'll have Jeb fly it. The Kerbal that Spud made me name. Oh well. Well, we'll fly this thing back from we'll fly this thing back from space, right? And we'll fly it back to the KSC. I'm starting to really like space planes, to be honest. Space planes are neat. Alright. So, cheat. Set orbit around Kerbal. Activate engine. Oh, it's in rocket mode right now. Okay. Where's the KSC? Right there. So, I think... Not opposite ends, but... We'll do our deorbit burn here, because, as you said, we can always just fly back to the runway. This thing has jet engines on it. Alright, so... Start the deorbit burn. And we'll set it right to the KSC. But, obviously, we'll toggle that mode. We'll set it right to the KSC. And it should... we'll come in slightly behind the KSC and we'll fly back to the runway like normal. So this is a re-entry coming in from about... We'll be coming in about 2.3 kilometers per second, or meters per second. And I also want to try this without RCS. I kind of want to conserve the RCS for the eventual return. See, we're set to land over those mountains, so... Got a notification. Which recap is here? Well, I already checked that, so... Oh well. Okay, we're in the atmosphere now. Still hasn't bid. And a quick save again, just in case. I think the atmosphere really starts to take effect at about 60 kilometers is when you start getting entry effects. Or 50 kilometers. Coming in 2.2. Yep, there we go, 50 kilometers. Another good thing about the plane is actually we can fly it in, obviously, so we can adjust our trajectory. It doesn't need to be on a ballistic thing. A ballistic arc where it's just like a capsule where you really can't control it a whole lot. Space planes, you can actually fly them in. So if I really want to, you know, try and land this at the KSC, I can just pitch up more and then my trajectory increases. So kind of what I want to do. We are starting to get air, which is nice. Landing gear, it's a bit hot. Nose cone is a bit hot. Obviously, well, if it gets too high to the point where it's about to, we'll start doing S-turns to kind of reduce the overall re-entry speeding. Right now it looks good, we're at 30 kilometers. Looks like we're gonna fly out to sea and then probably turn back. Which is fine. That front nose gear is doing pretty well. Could be hotter. It is starting to it is still heating up. Well, actually, I actually kind of want to try some S-turns and reduce our speed. The shuttle did this. The X-15, I don't know if the X-15 did this, I would assume. X-37... Actually, if we reduce our speed enough... we need to get lower into the atmosphere. Kind of like an S-turn, kind of like this. Kind of slow ourselves down significantly. And can that... Yep, our jet engines work. Excellent. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to start pitching down a whole bunch. I don't want to turn my jet engines on, right? I just kind of want to keep them as is. Let's do some more S-turns so we can bleed off even more speed. Okay. This is fun. I really like this. Oh, nice. An ad. YouTube Premium. Please, go away. We're aligning to the runway now. Heck, we might not even need the what's it called? We might not even need the jet engines. We can just glide in. We're on the glide slope now. I kind of want to make a big space plane now. That's kind of like... Because I have a flyback booster, I know that works, but I kind of want to make something like a Adventure Star now. I have that urge. As I said, I was working on flyback boosters. Right, we're coming in. Set for the runway. Parachute. Brakes. Stop. Hey! Wow, that worked really well. I'm really happy about that. Oh my gosh. Ah. That worked so well. This is the best performing space plane I've ever done. This is unironically... This is great. This is the best performing space plane I've ever made. I wonder if I could scale it up to actually, like, deliver payloads and whatnot. Oh well. Well, how long have we been going for? I never said it was going to be a long stream. About an hour? Yeah, I think that's good. 9 o'clock. So... I guess I'm going to end the stream here. Anyways, thank you all for watching. And, yeah, sorry if it was a short stream, but I never really intended to stream long, plus I've kind of been sitting in front of my computer all day. So, thank you all for watching, and, I'll see you in the next one. So, goodbye, everybody.